So, let us continue our playthrough of Disco Elysium, where we just bought some book in the library. Not the library, in the bookstore, I remember. And it's now after 9 p.m. So people are going to bed, I heard in the tips. Which I wonder what that will mean. Oh. Oh, that was something. Oh yeah, the book is titled... A Man from Yonder on the White Fine? No. A White Envelope. Hey, Taciturn, how are you? Do we want to interact with that, or do we want to take a look? I mean, it is still the first day. Assumedly, we want to use the time. Oh. We hear the distant squall of seabirds. What else do we have here? We have some money. Some corner. Oh, you're alright? Oh, that doesn't sound too good. I hope it's a very positive alright. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. And what do we have here? Is he asleep? Oh, we can now collect trash to sell for money. I mean, we're a hustler. We're a hustler. We're hustling. There were some over here, I remember. Let's get some. Let's get some of those nice plastic bottles. Can we pick up like the random ones on the floor? Oh, we can. Oh, we're really hustling. I'm horrible. Oh no, Nev, I'm sorry. Why am I shoeless? Because I don't have any shoes that I want to wear. Because these shoes, they give -1 savoir-faire. And savoir-faire is like my main stat. I don't want to dump my main... Even though composure is also like a strong stat of mine. But I don't want to dump down my strongest stat. Right? Like, that doesn't feel meaningful. So, on net, they're not even the overall plus. They're +1, -1. So, I would want to trade skills in a way that I like it. For example, the surface thing is okay because it's +1 composure, -1 shivers. That's fine for me because we are motorics built. So I want to kind of, because okay, now I have shivers 0, but I feel like that doesn't matter anymore. Like, I feel like below a certain point, just I'm failing all the checks anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and this is the music that's playing from our boombox here. Oh man, look at all the trash we can collect. It's locked. A girl. Might the girl have spilled the paint? Capeside Apartments. And yeah, that's the other way. Yeah, there's a boat here. Oh, more plastic trash. Magnesium. Docking. Reserved docking. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all of your life. Wow. You must be rich.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Oh, who's this
Good
lady?
evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
Joyce. Have we heard that name before? Was that one of the communists writing the magazine? I can't
Joyce
remember.
L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines,
Oh.
the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Oh, she's the one hiring them, I see. Why haven't I talked to her before? What does the L stand
Aiden,
for?
my maiden name.
Well, sure, shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
That grip is tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Interesting.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Oh.
How interesting.
She
I wish
turns
you a swift
unfazed.
recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a
Why,
boat.
yes, I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are
Of course
there?
there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Oh, Kim is like, it's juiced up. Oh, Kim is he's a motor car nerd.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Oh, does she have a
The
name?
boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat
It's
is
a
it?
pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
Oh, mainly? Oh, she was a racer.
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Is that sarcasm, Kim? Do you have a license? Do you have a license for that?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Good.
Tell me about the Wild
What
Pines.
we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild
I'm
Pines
not
have?
at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Medium exact. What is exactly is a
It's
billion?
a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made
It's
of?
made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary. But they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks.
72,000 with a revenue of 20 billion is an average of... Who can do the math? Well, let's run it up to 100,000. So that's 10 to the 5. 2 to the 10. So it's 20,000 real. 25,000 real per employee. And it cost me like 25 real to sleep at night. That seems like they're really like making a lot more money than they're paying. That seems like they're... Oh yeah, maybe also around 300. They must be making a lot... What, 300,000? I thought 30,000. Well, in any case, they're making a lot more money per person than what they are ever going to pay them. Because apparently like 100 real is like a lot of money already. So I don't expect anybody is making more than 1,000 a year, like a normal dock worker. I don't know, I might be wrong.
A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these
They
billions?
started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminoes and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
Okay, she's putting it a bit on... a little bit on thick here. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade
First,
secrets?
you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
How do I repeal
Why?
it then?
By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in
I
this?
believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Oh.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
So the strike is connected to the lynching.
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Oh, you mean
Yes,
Measurehead?
Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How are the talks going before the
Let's
lynching?
say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Mr. Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Cool.
Yes. Extremely. Keep
I
in
like-
mind, this
I
is
like
a
Claire.
negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. I like Mr. Clare. He's paid me money. You haven't paid me anything yet, lady. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
2,200 work? This terminal did not look big enough for 2,200 workers. Also, Measurehead alone is keeping out 2,200 workers. Also, 8% of the world's cargo goes through this terminal, but they don't afford a Knight's Guard except for René, who can't go there for the last 3 weeks because he had a bad heart attack or something. What is this dilettantism here? This thing is way bigger than I thought, and it didn't look like the operation for that.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Every worker gets 0.1 centimeter of Measurehead, huh? The king is dead, long live the workers. That's pretty funny, I have to admit. The workers can't be kings, the king is king. That's pretty funny.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Yeah, he's a boyador, this kind of like easygoing, I don't know, yeah. Do nothing type of person. Alright, did you put the scabs at the gate?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. Don't let her answer it herself. Yeah, but which of the options did that unlock? No, I mean scabs.
If these workers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Oh, thanks, Rhetoric. What do you think of Everard?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Ah, it can just be the... Yeah, okay. It can sometimes just be a suggestion, I guess. But, yeah. He has thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. Okay, she really doesn't like Everard.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
A rapier, I like that. You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
She stops and smiles. That's Everard,
He
alright.
is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of... I remember hearing something about this
Have you
Edgar.
seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself, outside the Rudder
The
Claire?
Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Who are the Débardeurs? The Débardeurs is the name of the union. Why am I only learning this now?
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
The Débardeurs Union, an effective advocate for the rights of local working men? A giant leech sucking the life out of Ravatshaw? Nah, basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion. I mean... do I think they're basically a socialist mob? That's probably internally going to flag up as like, I mean this negatively. Because this game seems to be like... thinking answers mean a certain thing. I guess mob is always a negative word. They kinda seem basically like a socialist mob though. But does our thief prefer not to have an opinion? Nah. We have a loud mouth. We would tell them that they're a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
One more thing, you said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Oh.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
What's her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play.
Ah.
But what could they do? It was a union matter.
I don't really know though what we can do with this information. It's not like we can squeeze Everett for more money here. So ideally we want to play both sides and get the most money.
The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Alright, let's change
Of
the
course.
topic.
How else can I help?
What can you tell me about the
Quite a
lynching?
few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Interview the Wild Pines Rat. Oh, that was a secret task. Alright.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Yeah, well, at least... Wait, do we even have any idea? Do we even have any idea what happened to my badge? Oh god, I have to remember. We know what happened to the gun. We sold it off. But what would he do with our badge? No, we don't know yet, I think.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all my memory of my life in the world. Nah, we don't tell that to anyone. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city... Let's just say, yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
What? She's gonna force me to admit it? But thou must? Okay, game, this is the first instance where you really force me to like, admit to my amnesia. You really want me to admit to my amnesia to this woman, huh? Okay, well... Let's just say number 2. At least we're not admitting that we're a drinker.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Ah, okay, well...
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Well, we can try. How do I negotiate my way out of this? Suggestion 1, though. I don't even think I have any way to do plus psyche. -1 from items, though. Is this a red check? Oh, it is a red check. I guess I have to do it. Do I have to do a red check now, or can I go out of this talk, unequip? Also, once again, the Twitch integration doesn't seem to be there. All right, let's just try. It's a 1 and 4.
Feelings
Nope.
will guide the way.
I was 1 away. I need to know about this lynching. You can do it later. Well, it's too late now. It's very important to me. It's okay,
I
I'm
assure
sorry.
you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
It's not like a side case for me, it's my main thing.
Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this impasse. This isn't some side gig for me.
This is... Yeah.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer,
Wow, 1 morale damage. Thanks. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors.
What?
They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay, Kim.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
The what? My endurance is talking to me now?
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
The vows?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What?
Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
Oh, okay. Why do all my subconscious want me to convert to all of these different things? Physics skills are built different. They're just built different. What is fascism, though?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachot's problems?
Leftist
Yes,
academics?
Them, but also women.
Wait a second. You said fascism. You shouldn't say sexism was part of the package.
Women, men of war.
Oh.
You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Wait, is this a joke? Is this not a joke? They need to go back to the kitchen?
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
Am I having some kind of stomach
Stomach
seizure?
truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Why am I
Because
getting
you've
this?
said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
I don't think I'm really into traditionalism, though. I'm more of a thug. What do we call it? Traditionalism?
Okay. Yes, let's call it that. Good thinking.
Okay, stomach. I've made up my
You're
mind.
going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, brota.
No, I don't care about that. I mean, I'm a little bit intrigued by like the sexist side here, but no, I don't like
There's a
the
slow,
nationalistic packets.
painful growl somewhere in your intestines,
Yes,
knocking
yes.
on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
My gut is literally telling me to. Okay, Kim. Kim, you want to talk? I know, Kim, you want to talk.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Oh, what? You wanted to talk to me about the what, Kim? I haven't paid the
We
cafeteria
should
manager,
take care of that then.
but I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
But Kim, you want to talk to me?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, detective.
Oh. Okay, now you're talking to me. Okay. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, so we're henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Wait, you propose we could just find my badge?
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
You propose we don't investigate the drugs?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. I mean, I already got the name of the people who probably lynched him. But okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, tell me about this elite drug
It's
trafficking.
quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
They come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter. North
Jamrock.
of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want
Yes,
us to investigate?
but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
And what do you mean?
The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Oh, perception, that is quite poetic.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Why didn't you come to the RCM
I
earlier?
did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there.
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, what proof do
How
you
do you
have?
think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
Maybe they just have a lot of money.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Wait, Kim, what? You didn't tell me that.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
And you're saying it's funded by drugs.
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Alright, I've made up my mind about the smuggling
Yes?
investigation. We will see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
Sure.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Oh, any other way? You seem rich. Can I have some
It's
money?
what you want to say, but it isn't that easy.
Wait,
is it?
Inland Empire is stopping me from saying it. What?
Look
Wait,
at
no.
that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice
Why,
fabrics.
yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat. A breeze carries with it the faint scent of juniper and oranges,
Okay.
while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Yes,
Now
so?
look at you, you misery-clad simian,
Oh.
barely able to tie your own laces.
Ooh.
Your armpits are lakes. A
Oh.
scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
My underwear feels fine, because I'm not wearing pants.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm too ashamed? No, I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling? I've never felt it before. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough. No, that's a communist answer. As I should be, for even considering it. This is a woman and I'm a man. Oh, that's a bit sexist. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. I think I'd just be amazed by this feeling. Because I've been a leech all my life. In my own worldview here.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinin?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
It's volition. I need a volition check now to say it. Can I have some money?
I am sorry.
Come on!
It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
Okay, well...
What you meant to say was...
No, I'm not gonna mumble money. I want to say it correctly if I do say it. By the way, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't. He's a beautiful man. He's a hero. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He's not the champion I've chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him, I was doing my job. No, I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable.
Of course. He must have his practical uses. How else could he have kept his position all these years? Or wait, actually, he could have kept it with corruption. Fantastic, worm-like corruption that reaches into the bowels of the earth.
Worm? Journey to the center of the earth? Is that a reference to Worm's Journey to the Center of the Earth? It's written like this, Worm, bowels of the... That's a reference! Whoa! It's not, but I'm gonna imagine it is. Oh! She looks at the ground and nods in agreement with
The
herself.
RCM does not pick sides in this, madame. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Why would I tell her that? Would I feel like I want to tell her that? I mean, she does seem to have more money, but is she willing to give me that money? Well, let's squeeze her. Let's squeeze her. She might be the one who has my gun. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
I hope she might have been the one buying the gun. I mean, she's supposed to know I'm corrupt. I feel like she's also corrupt. I want her to know that I'm corrupt, that she can buy me. He asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean like a real door.
Oh my. A real door?
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
I mean, we are an unconventional policeman. I don't know what she's gonna say if we tell her that we did that. Yeah, she should know what kind of person we are, so that she pays us enough. She should know that we're corrupt. And we're going to be on her side if she pays us enough. I helped scare someone for Mr. Clare.
My. What I'm hearing is you inspected a premises because you suspected that it was involved in the narcotics trade.
If you pay me
And
enough.
in the process, you turned up some information relevant to your investigation. Only from Efrat, surprisingly.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing. I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Oh, thanks, game. The game is telling me that I'm altering the story potentially here. Well, that's the fun part then. So we could tell that the Union's militant wing organized the lynching. We could say Everett says the Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union. Everett asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation. He didn't seem at all worried. Let's confront her with the mercenary claim. Maybe we should have fulfilled her side quest first. Well, she didn't want to give us any money, so if she's not giving me money, she's not worth anything to me. So... what do I want to tell her? I'm gonna take a quick water break while I mull over this, and I assume the Twitch integration does not work, because I don't have the ability to just give you a vote. I'll be right back. I've been thinking, this is difficult. Because actually I don't want to tell her this for free. So if I just say the Union's military wing organized the lynching, I'm not even convinced of that. That's just what Everett said. It doesn't make it true. He could be blaming this Titus fella. That could be a fall guy. We don't know that. I haven't even personally interviewed this Titus fella. Everett says the Wild Pines and mercenaries after the Union. That's an accusation. Would be interesting to see her reaction to that, but she's just gonna deny it. if that was true. And if that was true, she would be the mercenary boss. And she probably wouldn't be happy that we know that. No, she might be actually like killing us. My danger senses are tingling. And she hasn't paid us anything. Let's say that's all I've got to say.
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
He also asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
The nameless settlement.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
So she's been to Martinez.
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
You missed those
Not
times.
overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats, like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
He wants to build a youth center there for the children
A
of
youth
Martinez.
centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So you're sad you can't buy the
Yes.
place?
I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
No, I haven't even been there yet. Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I wanted more money, but okay,
Of
let's
course,
see for now.
Detective. Take care.
Alright, what do we have here? Pay for damages. Info on the lynching. Jam mystery. What else is here? Oh, the 15 Indo tribe. The 15th Indo tribe. Names of our Racholian Indo tribes spring into your head. Sit loose at the mention of wild pines. Royal monopolies, octopuses, and swordfish, most of them gone now. There were only 14. And why do you feel like there was a 15th Indo tribe? That is a weird thing to be thinking. I don't even know what kind of thing would I get from that. Nope, I have no clue. We're gonna search these houses tomorrow. Oh, what is over there? Oh, old construction. I'm not gonna search these things. We're gonna go back to the inn. Call it a night here. Come on. Also, we should pick up more garbage on the way. Garbage by now? No. Oh, there's garbage. Oh, we can take it from up here. And can we steal a pool? No. Oh wow, she is still outside, huh? I'm not paying, Garte. Like, this is my money, I earned this. Still the same people here, huh? Yeah. Union, still not there. Alright, guard.
Can I help you?
Goodbye. What does this even mean? Huh? Try negotiating. Okay, maybe I have to ask how much
Can
I owe
I
you.
help you?
So how about the money
Yes.
I owe you?
Have you got it?
Can we get to some
Does
arrangement?
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something.
I
Let him.
understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
I still have my key,
Good
you
luck
know.
trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
I'll find a way in. I'll break the door down.
Wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance.
This conversation is going anywhere,
Not
is it?
until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Alright, Kim, I knew I could count on you. I knew I could sleep in your car, Kim. You're a real buddy. I'm not paying that guard 100 real. For what? He let me sell my gun and lost my badge? I should ask him for... Like, you know how much my badge was worth? For losing that, he should probably, like, pay me 100 real.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
Yes, we
I
know
have
that.
something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
What, to sell?
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay, well,
The
let's look at it.
cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those things?
They are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Oh, but you wanted to install them, Kim.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
What do you mean you
A couple
confiscated
of
them?
weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So... You took his spinners?
I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Ooh. I would have confiscated them too. They're
But they
mesmerizing.
are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to point them on your machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yes, outrageously
He
cool.
flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
I'm sorry you have to sell them because of
As
me.
I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But it wouldn't be right, they're your spinners, Kim. But also, I'm like a slouch who mooches off people. Oh, how much? No, I only like stealing from people when they don't notice it or when they're corrupt. I don't like accepting help. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You said something about the pawn
the
shop?
Bird's Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in
Yes.
your inventory.
But I can't
under
take
the
them, it wouldn't
items
be
tab.
right.
Alright, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
Ah, come on. It's not that bad, Kim, you know? Let's sell my bottles for now. Is Frittich still open? Also, I'm wondering who's out and... Oh, is the girl working late? No, she's not. Ah, that's a shame. Oh, wow. Can I not pick up these? I guess it's not pick upable. Alright, let's inspect this lorry at night. Oh. Who's that sorry person over there?
A
Oh, there's
small,
not.
wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask you
No
a question.
response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
We're
If you
snapping.
want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap our fingers
Where
twice.
am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about the
The men
50s?
have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Out of amber? Okay, where else would you be?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Okay, let's
A
take a look.
strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
So you were in Mesk when you were young.
Someone was.
Someone else?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
All of what? The world. The present.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Mefk, it was a golden age.
Alright,
Why
other
not,
questions.
Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What are you holding?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Yeah, what are you really
Whatever
holding?
stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
You don't know what you're
I quit
holding.
concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
I don't think I do know what that
Of course
means.
you don't.
Not once
Diamond.
again.
Of course. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning
What if the
myself
cargo
with
is
that a long time
contraband?
ago. Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos's bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
I still don't understand this
Of
Boyaderos
course
thing.
not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Okay, what is
It's
that?
an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And I guess that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I think I see where this is
So the
going.
Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Not solemnly. A beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
Okay, you know something
What
about
do I
drugs.
need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
Where could I get my hands on an experience
If
like
you
that?
don't know,
What is it that you're holding
you're
exactly?
man, Lowman. What of it?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs to Terminal
Maybe.
B?
Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know. Could it be
Just
drugs?
this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat. On the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know, that's why I'm
It's
asking.
diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Okay, if you had to guess, who is smuggling the drugs?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Thanks, visual calculus. I don't care about the diamonds though.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Okay, then why are you
Where
waiting
do
here?
you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Before I came, you seemed
She's
away.
just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Why does that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
Should you drive a lorry like this?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
You're something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Thank you.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
A white tank top, huh? What slot is that? The shirt slot, huh? It's physical instrument though, huh? It's not really interesting to us. Ruins full of snow. Ah, there's the human Nox train. There's the fallen track train. Here's the wild plant one. The lorry driver isn't here anymore. Alright, let's try to break into our room. Can put more health points in a skill. Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. Oh, drugs raise learning caps. Interesting. Really? You're gonna max out skills? There must be a lot of levels in this game. I should have left my door open. Oh. Oh, the cell of the sea makes you dizzy, huh? Wait, I can't try to climb through this broken window? Ah, that was my hope. Damn it. You don't even give me a check, huh, game? You really want to force me? Alright.
The door is closed. Still, nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick.
Okay, huh. Is this one of those cases, but thou must? I don't want to pay guard. Maybe the door is open now. It's late at night.
You see a heavy steel. The door does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay guard. I need to find a place to sleep. Ah. Oh, oh, garbage. Kuno, you're still out? Jesus Christ, Kuno. not too late.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Let's talk about your shack
What
again.
do you want with it?
No, I
Good
don't know
call,
this.
take my Kuno doesn't.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't fucking care. I know. Okay, Everard, can you help me out? Pick dialogue options with hold on or wait to gain additional information before the conversation moves on. I haven't really seen those, but sure. Okay, Mr. Claire, maybe I can sleep in Mr. Claire's fat bed. Or in René's, shack. In, like, his little booth. Maybe I can sleep there. That had at least a cushion. I remember something, like, it had like a cushion there. Oh, can I go there? There's something here. That's probably money. No, a hypnogamma is in there. Huh. Probably a perception check that I just made. Oh, why am I going here?
Yes?
Oh wait, this isn't the way to the harbor. Okay. Alright, back down we go. Although, can we go over to this roof? No. And there is this crane, but we can't do anything with it. Ah. Get down here. Why is this mud still here?
There are several footprints in the mud, left
Oh!
by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy
What kind of
workers'
boots?
boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Oh, we haven't even checked out the boot prints.
Noted.
Alright, how many are there?
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Alright. Well, this is the perfect time. It's the middle of the night, we don't even have light anymore, and I'm starting to count the boots. Go over them one by one.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Which is
You
it?
don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Alright.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
Well... Okay.
6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard.
A very
weight
heavy
print,
person.
number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
200, that could be Edgar or Everett.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
I mean, there's the light one.
A woman? Or a kid?
Could it be a woman?
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Possible.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
It could have been an extremely
From here,
obese person.
The boot the victim wears.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gusts.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Are any of the other prints deep enough?
Probably not, no.
An obese person is becoming less likely.
One of them was carrying him
Possibly.
over.
Yes.
And then we have an aberration. One sole is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul.
Any ideas?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
A drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Not
We should
thoughtfully.
keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these
A
tracks
week,
are?
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Alright. Fascinating. Fascinating, Kim. We're getting somewhere. Why didn't I look at this earlier? I thought I had, but
What do
apparently
you
I
see?
clicked on something else. Oh, Jesus Christ, what was that flash? Okay, I'm still not willing to throw up here. I guess it's time to throw up, Kim. We owe this man this. It's midnight. It's time to throw up. Nobody's gonna see
There
it.
he still is, looking right. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Okay, try to walk away. Nope. Nice.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst. until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking
Keep it.
corpse. I wipe my
The
mouth.
hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Ammonia? Okay, where do we get ammonia
The young
from?
woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If
Okay.
she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fleet store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Let go of your nose without throwing up. Okay. Also, what does your handkerchief do? Well, we can just sell it, I guess. Get ammonia. Okay, I haven't even inspected the body. The day is over. I haven't inspected the body. Okay, that's safe. Okay, can I sleep anywhere here? I'm just gonna randomly
An
call
old
people.
an off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Hi, sons, it's me. Please open the door. I'm trying to get in.
Sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Let's phone the whirling and
Nothing
rags.
happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Alright, how about we call the taxi?
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Emma's Fashion
You
Atelier.
wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
The Fortress Accident
Silence.
SCA.
No
Slipstream
one
SCA.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Tricentennial Electrics.
Have you
Have
come
you
to
come-
place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
I mean, I want to read the books, but I don't want to read the books right now because I feel like I should be going to bed and try to find a place to sleep. And I assume reading the books is going to take... Like, I remember the books. I want to read it, but my plan was to read it the next day because I felt like there might be also stuff that's time limited to day one. So I wanted to try to get as much done. It's a bit gamey, but yeah.
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Lie. Yes, I've come to place an order. Yes, I've come to place an order. Let's try this out.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
She must be mistaking you for someone else.
Come, stand up straighter. Yes, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Where are you? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just somebody playing a joke. Crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
Oh, jeez, I think she's maybe real. Her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
I might sleep with this lady. Oh boy, she seems desperate. Of course I care, it's just that I've been going through some tough times.
Ever since I came to work here, it's as if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
Hey, are you still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
Ah, I feel like this is just useless side questing. I thought I might be able to get into the bed with this woman. Not just because then I would have a place to sleep. I get you don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Oh, come on, Kim. I don't know. Don't take this away from me, Kim. All right, goodbye then.
Press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
What? I can try again the Slipstream SCA? Maybe I got played for a fool? Okay, probably that is just some drug cartel, and I was like, that's just a cover story. Alright, let's try the Rebel for Ice City.
No one answers the doorbell.
Andrew Orlando Hair
You ring
SCI.
the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Okay, boxing for young
All you
athletes.
hear is static, but no one answers the call.
East Delta Pinball.
Silence. No one.
24-hour
You ring
window.
the doorbell, but nothing happens. Try again. You didn't press it hard enough.
Okay, we press again.
Thank you for calling the 24-hour window company. This is an automated message. Are you experiencing a window-related emergency?
Yes.
During non-business hours, please call 00725 477 651. The streets are mean, but we're always there for you.
Kim, do we have an emergency?
No, not a window-related one.
Oh, come on.
12 name cards on the call box read.
What? I got nothing for that? I could try the Slipstream SCA again. I would need more volition though. I could take drugs for volition, I think. If I drink this... No, this is not... No? I thought I had something that gave me more volition. Well, what else is there to do? Can I sleep in the bookstore? We haven't even tried to go into the secret compartment there. Oh, what is that?
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Him. Look, bullet holes.
Where?
Point to the chips. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve
Where?
it.
Those are old.
Oh, you mean from like the revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
What can you tell me about this
Not
revolution?
much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Get some XP out of that. Alright, how about I sleep on the bench?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever.
Okay, Mr. Katsuragi. Oh, the lady's gone. Anyway, let's try to go to Mr. Everard. Ask for some help. Mr. Everard. I need money. Mr. Everard. No, Mr. Clare. Well, they also call him Mr. Everard. Oh, can we call the window company?
The payphone hangs mutely.
No, we cannot. Ah, what a shame, what a shame. Oh, this still counts as day one, I guess, because we didn't go to sleep yet. Oh, bottles. Up down here. Nobody's really nobody's here stopping me going here at night. Leo, are you on night shift? You're on night shift, Leo? Where are you sleeping, Leo?
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Okay, thanks. Wait, what do I have here? Why is it blinking? Oh yeah, because probably I also could equip. Yes. I mean, it's pretty cool. Ooh, spooky. No comment. Maybe those bottles will get you 100 real. No comment on what? I don't even know. Oh, he's not here, huh? Like, I can't do anything? Like, I'm in his empty container and I can't even, like, rifle through his stuff? Come on, game, that's weak. That's weak. Like, there's even, like, the folder with my dates inside. Oh, we saw something. Something forgotten on the coffee table. Where? Where is it? I don't see it. Can we grab some of the plastic? No comment on my ineptitude and missing out on what I wanted. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even remember what, so probably just ran past something. Oh, I didn't even click on the booth. That is true, by the way. But that's probably not it. But I just remember that I didn't do that. We gotta go out anyway now because I don't know what to do here. Maybe we can sleep in the container.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has...
Can't convince that one to open. I feel like probably there's something inside. I mean... Or it's a red herring, but why would they put it here otherwise? Okay, we wanted to go here.
This is the night watchman's booth.
No, there's nothing here. Maybe I could sleep in the chair? No, I couldn't click the chair anymore. But I could sleep in the foreman's office. I mean, it does look warm. Like, why can't I just sleep here? Okay, I guess somebody could figure out that I'm here. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Yo, big man. Do you have a place to sleep for me?
Raise the sand has...
No. Okay. The slit is closed. Maybe I'll manage to find Joshua's soft lock after all. Oi! Don't be saying such things. I'm trying to find somewhere to sleep. Oh, the bridge is still up. Ah. He was guarding this panel.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
But we're still pulling the lever.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Alright, push harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Okay, we're releasing the lever.
spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Well... Does it mean I should be equipping something here? Oh, chain cutters.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from... This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you
we
cross
already
the
had
canal.
that check.
You pull the lever, nothing happens.
Okay.
A spring brings the lever back. Wasn't there a sign over there?
Yes, okay, I remember all. What is this orange? The shirt. Why is the shirt still being shown as something new? And the necktie? I haven't clicked on these yet. Ugh. That's why they keep popping up. Okay, we don't need these right now. I don't want to find a soft lock. Please, no soft lock. Okay, let's really try to find a way to our bed. There's a metal box behind the counter of Garte. Surely he's going to bed soon or something, and then I can release my own room. And then I'll sneak in.
can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes. Yes. Have you got it?
Okay, another
Does
arrangement
that
for
arrangement
tonight.
include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out. I'll freeze to death.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it?
Ah.
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my moto.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
No! I don't want to pay you. How about I
Yes,
pay you tomorrow?
have you a lot? For the room and broken window? Does that arrangement include
I'll pay you
as
tomorrow.
a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money.
Ugh.
Not until you...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Close the water lock on Wednesday. Okay, thanks. Oh. Hmm. What do you mean at Kim's motor carriage? I know that what is happening at Kim's motor carriage. I don't want to sell Kim's spinners. That feels like a mean thing to do. He clearly kept those spinners because he wanted to put it on his car, and I'm getting the feeling Kim is somebody who likes his car a lot. And there didn't seem to be an option for me to sleep with him. Where's he even going to bed? Well, the game master says, but you must. And then sometimes there's nothing you can do. There won't be another check for you to avoid it. I mean, I'm fine with living with the consequences. Just give me something. I mean, even Everett's chair was empty. Even Everett's chair was empty.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
Yes.
a radio,
I have something here we could...
transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take
I
them to the
hate
pawn
this.
shop down by the Martinez Canal.
I mean, even if I sell it to the pawn shop, I'm still gonna get a lot of money. I might just want to spend this money other ways.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay. I mean, he clearly seemed to be... The game seemed to be indicating, we're gonna have this again. Indicating like, there's no way to avoid doing this. Great game. Great. I love it. Okay, let's look at the spinners. 200? Holy moly.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
The boom talks out. It should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape.
Okay,
Sure
with my gun.
thing.
No.
Sure, man.
I want to
Yes,
sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy, takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop. Gone forever.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter.
Aw,
I'll give
poor
you
Kim.
200 real.
Now we owe
No one
we
was
really owe
defrauded
Kim.
or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Nah.
Another time, back.
Defeated. Defeated by the game. Disgusting. Or you won't have a place to stay tonight. Well, maybe I don't have a place to stay tonight. Let's try how much we can do. I mean, we just got the money. Doesn't mean I have to give it to Garte. What else can we do at night? Let's investigate that backyard over there. Yeah, my cassette paid worth some pennies. Yeah, indeed.
There must be another way into the building.
What about this door? Oh wait, what? Now we can go inside? I didn't want to go inside. I wanted to see if the door is now closed. Ugh. Well, I guess we're pawning this place.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling
Oh, it's the
potatoes,
mug collection.
and others.
Tap
A
on the
little
mugs.
ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out your yellow man mug and
Yes,
compare.
your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
I'm not expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
And we gained some XP.
A row of mugs.
Yeah, we saw the mugs. What do we have here? Oh, I didn't want to go. Oh. Okay. Clothes, huh? Drugs. Oh, a dress shirt which has logic. Yeah, that is just strictly better because it doesn't I mean, I also like conceptualization, but this one is better because it doesn't have a minus stat on it. A flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's the sevenfold sun
It's
miracle?
an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Old flag.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Oh no, I said the only door I don't want to open is Rene's door. I hope this is not Rene's apartment. Oh, but the plot thickens. Don't bow to the
flag.
flag.
Doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
The hidden world of walking sticks. Really, that's all in here. I mean, there is a bed. What do you think of this, Kim?
Yes?
No, I think nothing. No, we don't know who lives here, so let's get back out. Nope. There we go. Useless. Useless. And we have this apartment over here.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Let's knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
We knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Tim, tell me we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Okay. Well, I know there's the other door, but this door looks even tighter locked.
There must be another way to the building.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, Kim. But there's light on here. In the side part. I find that suspicious. Can't I sleep in his hideout? I could also sleep in his hideout. I mean, what is Kuno gonna do? Although this does look unheated, so maybe not. The vendor wasn't here anymore, no, he's gone. Anything over here? Oh boy, I'm getting tired IRL. There's really nobody out and about here. Well, I guess it's warm in the lobby. Alright, let's read our book. Where is it? Interact. Why is this button yellow now? Okay, let's interact with the
take
envelope.
the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Let's look at the zoning
youth
plan.
center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say.
What do you
I'm
think
no
of this?
property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Trying to find a loophole in the deal.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of
Once
this?
the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, point to the photocopy. These people are going to have to move out. Can we do something about it? What? Why would we want to? It's just the
I
cost of
should have
progress.
seen it. People will move away on their own accord. Yes, I suppose change always has a price.
Okay. That's all?
The face of
Oh,
King
no.
Fleecell smiles at you.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. There was more in this envelope.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan.
There was way more. Why can't I click on anything
The
else
face
anymore?
of King Fleecell smiles.
Okay. The map of
Warn
Martinez. We already did that. Okay, it's time to read Dick Mullen and the mistaken
In
identity.
your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine
The
the
cover
cover.
features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in
A
a dark overcoat
pastiche.
clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him, are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely.
Are you really reading that, detective?
I really need to know who is this Dick Mullen guy.
Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
Let's start. Wow, one more of the meta commentary with respect to the books. Start reading.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
I can't judge.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
Cops release their prime murder suspect so you can find the real killer?
What's the matter, detective?
I don't get who's writing the shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on homicide
The
investigations.
lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be
I've
accurately
already been reading
represented
this
in
for like
art and literature.
30 minutes and Kim had to stand here. Man, he is so patient.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Now it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Alright, the police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
What about the politician's son?
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
The art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Alright, let's go on with
One
the
evening,
story.
Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. Always aim for the center of mass."
Hand-eye coordination? What? What kind of comment is that?
Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold, instantly.
Can't trust a
Who
dame.
can you trust in this wicked, messed up world?
Just your own 2 eyes.
That's exactly what Dick Mullen says in The Dame Who Did It. Unfortunately, your eyes might not be up to the task. Speaking of, should you maybe consider getting corrective lenses? Your nose is like 2 centimeters from the page.
Oh, legendary perception sight failure. Come on, you make such a difficult... I wonder what the success would have been. Probably nothing. I'll think about it, but I get on with the
When
story.
Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
I didn't get one of your favorite interactions. Well, I've got some
What
questions.
is it, detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up
It's
dead?
a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did he become a detective?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born a
For a
detective?
moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here. In other words,
Why bother solving crimes when the
is
world
it
is so
really
evil?
so evil, detective?
Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. I don't know.
Like what?
Friends and family?
Do you
I don't know.
even have those?
I did. I might. I just need to find them. I did, but I lost them. I might.
Did you lose them? Or did they leave you? Do you even know the difference? But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
I figured it all
So,
out.
who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Who did do it? I mean, it would be a big twist if Dick Mullen did it. I would think that it is Dick Mullen.
Have you been paying attention at all? It wasn't Mullen. It was an imposter. Now go on. Find out who really did it. You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone.
Wait, what? An impossible reaction speed check? I don't think... Okay, we could have made this... No, well... We could have essentially made it with a double 6, which you always make, so even our 8 reaction speed wasn't any use there.
Dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Old horse clue.
Yes. The problem with mass-market paperbacks. They are not made to last. Perhaps this is a sign that you should get back to solving your own murder, huh, detective?
Ah, shut up. You just solved you were standing here for 1.5 hours.
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Put the book away. Let's go outside. Equip a pry bar. Okay, maybe we can just equip a pry bar and open things with that. We can try. Maybe we can just break our way to a sleeping accommodation. But then again, if they allowed me to just break open any door with a pry bar, that would break the game flow probably. Because as a game, you need to control where the player can go. Alright. Guard, you're still not in bed, Guard? Wait, what is over there? Can't get in there. Clearly something is going on there. Let's try to break open the door. No. Doesn't even give me a check.
The door is closed.
I swear, I came back to my room earlier. I should have just stayed in my room. Because he didn't force me to check out. Also, my stuff is still in the room. Alright, just let me in the room, please.
Can I help you?
Wow, you've been here for I don't know how many hours. That's like a bad job you're having there.
A sturdy man.
No, can't break it off. Oh, but this one is blue now. Haha. A naval coat, huh? So if it's blue, that means I can do something with my tools. We break open into this door. Ah, it's not blue, damn it.
There must be another way into the building.
Also, he says that so weirdly every time. I really don't know what to do anymore here. He clearly says it twice. You love twice. Any doors we can break into at night? No. Alright, Kim, I'm out of ideas. Also, yes, we can read this, blah 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 blah. I assume this goes, yeah, it goes in the jacket slot, and I don't want to lose my composure, because that's what I'm going for here. Can't break here.
You see a set of tire tracks. Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
Oh, this isn't case related, okay. I think. Alright, did we have... What did we need for this check here again?
An old call box with
Volition. Anything that gives us volition. Now... Is Psyche this whole stat? Yeah. We could get one more volition there.
an old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I don't understand though. We should do that tomorrow. Oh, it's
This
on the empty
button
card.
looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Oh, Psyche giving you... Oh, that was your comment? Okay. Ah, when I was checking that... I mean, I don't know what... We're trying this. This is the last thing we can try here. Let's take some drugs. How do we use this?
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power.
Look at the little puck of
What
liquid.
a funny little cat. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Let's
The
open the can.
container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it.
Won't Kim
What
see
is
me?
he? Your mother? Is Kim your au pair? Slurp it. Slurp the morsel of danger joy.
Oh, goddammit,
No
now I feel
problem.
bad.
This one's for the brave and sensitive ones anyway. It could improve your human interactions. But you threw that chance away. No matter. In a few hours, you'll get the urge again. Maybe then you'll choose more courageously.
You've passed up your chance to start using Pyrrolidon for now, but don't worry. The option to use it becomes available again in 4 hours.
Oh no, I messed up. Okay. I got worried about Kim and then I chickened out. I just chickened out. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to do it raw.
Old call box with whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Which one should I say here? Also, yeah, this guy sells skim stuff and doesn't even use it. Yeah, I should use it for the purpose, but this is my last chance to not use it here. You got me mixed up with someone else? Sure. No, I wanted to talk to you. No, but she isn't real. I wanted to talk to you.
My gosh.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she?
Wait, are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
Yep, it all sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Just stop it already. Stop repeating your words.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
Oh, really? You're a recording. It took me that long. Wow, we're really not blessed with intelligence.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Go ahead, engine recording, cry
Her
then.
sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So...
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, a recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
He looks at the sea, almost with something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Logic. Alright.
An old
solved
call
the
box
mystery.
with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Wait, it's gone. It's gone. Alright. Well, I wish I had any smart ideas what to do. And I'm going to give myself another day to think about it, because it's so late I need to go to bed anyway. So I'm going to save. And if I don't come up with any smart things to try over the next 24 hours, we're gonna pay Garte, which I really, really hate. I'd rather sleep in the streets. But there seems to be no option for me to sleep in the streets. What is the... oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it for today. I have nothing else.